It's Monday morning and it's raining. It's not meant to be, it wasn't forecast to be. It's very annoying, but getting pretty used to it now. The ground at the moment is so wet. The trailer is just locking up and pushing me down the hill. The design's wrong, it's not to scale, trust me. Yeah, it's gonna look good. It's Monday morning and we've got the first of our transit customs back from sign writing. Yeah, come and have a look, looks great. With this being a brand new, not just a new van, but a new model, the sign writers hadn't had the opportunity to actually do one yet. So yeah, a bit of learning for everyone, but looks great. It's a facelifted version of the original Ford Transit Custom. Really smart van. It's automatic, lovely interior, heated seats. The guys have been spoilt. Got to fit seat covers, floor mats, the rear ply lining and racking, and put some trackers in there as well, just to keep an eye on what everybody's up to. The plan was to have everything on the road next week. It's a shame because, as you all know, we've had 5 brand new vehicles and this is the 5th. It's the last one that we're so frustratingly stuck on. It's sitting at the docks, it's waiting for us. It was parked next to this one, so it's still there. It just hasn't been delivered yet. We still don't have the keys, but yeah, nearly there. Nearly there. I'm just leaving the yard for the 3rd time. Been rushing around like mad, just trying to make sure vehicle keys, etc. are all in the same place. Over in East Horsley, the guys are cracking on, pushing on. Hopefully this weather isn't going to have too much of an effect for them. In Chiswick, the guys are getting into some really, well, it's 3rd or 4th day into paving there now, so they're not going to have much left to do, but yeah, really lovely detail that's all been cut on site by them. So yeah, let's have a look to see what Harry's up to.
Hello people, Harry here, up in Chiswick with Andy. Big day today, Andy.
It is indeed, mate. Yeah, so we're into week 4 on our project in Chiswick. We're about to start laying the porcelain tiles. These are big ones, these are 1 metre by 1 metre tiles, so nice and big, hefty to move, but they will look really, really nice when they are down and laid. So yeah, we've got the mix spinning, we're all prepped and we're ready to go, so it's going to be a good day.
Day 1, paving, completed it, mate.
Morning. It is 7 AM, it's Tuesday, and look how beautiful it is. The sun's up. So just a morning head clear. You'll notice I didn't do much filming yesterday. Just didn't all go, yeah, it was testing yesterday. Didn't all go that well. I got back from quite a stressful afternoon and felt like I really needed to film something, but I was quite wound up. So all I did was just loads of moaning into the camera and nobody wants to see that. I think what really triggered my afternoon grump yesterday was driving into Guildford, which I don't like to do during the day because it always takes too much time, but I thought, no, I'm going to get ahead. I'm going to impress the people that we're quoting for, get the designs printed and just crack on with it. So drove all the way into Guildford and then got back to the office, unrolled the big A1 plan, only to see that somehow when I downloaded the PDF, something had gone wrong. So it was my fault, not theirs, but I didn't check, I was in a rush. Unrolled the PDF and yeah, the design's wrong, it's not to scale, couldn't work off it. Yeah, so yeah, 3.5 hours out the middle of my day for nothing is normally a bit of a problem for me. So yeah, we're going to make up for it today. Let's go and have a look at what's going on in East Horsley.
Patrick.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's Tuesday morning, sun shining. Yeah, good start to the week really. We have managed to get the cabin built, so all of the client's sort of old stuff that was in the shed at the bottom has now been moved off of the lawn area, so it's good to have some space again and be able to work. We've started prepping the lawn, so we've been using the land rake to turn all the soil over and then get a bit of a grade ready for topsoil. So we've got soil arriving today to fill up the beds and top dress the lawn, and soil work is just awful when it's raining. So turf should be arriving on Wednesday, ready to lay on Thursday, which will be great, I think, for the clients as well to have a bit of green in their garden again going into the bank holiday weekend. I think, yeah, it'll just be nice to sort of see from the window rather than just a boggy, wet, brown area, to see, you know, a bit of green, bit of colour. Yeah, all positive really.
Down in Ockfold this morning.
The dog's escaping.
Oh yeah.
Here with Will today. Got the digger, bit of a peculiar one. Reconstructing a drainage pipe that has collapsed somewhere along the line. We think we found the problem, but we've got to take the whole thing out, so we might find some other issues further up the way. But yeah, so we have to dig it out, replace it with a bigger one. So it's a bit of a monster job. It's just going to be some hard grafting, really. Yeah, all fun and games.
Still Wednesday afternoon. Got a really nice project in front of me. My entire desk is full of 2 big A1 plans, working my way through loads and loads and loads of detail. I'm putting a lot of effort into this quote to make sure it's really accurate, which is important because it's also the sort of quote that if I get wrong now, you know, could go really wrong for us in the future. So yeah, this is my priority at the moment, is getting this done, because this is future-proofing another few months of Hardwood landscapes. Good place to be going into Thursday. Good into Thursday. It's not, what day of the week is it? It's Tuesday. So yeah, a good position to be going into Wednesday for. I'll keep you updated on this project. I'll keep you updated on the quote and how long I actually spend on it, because it's probably going to be, I would say, a real focused work, undivided attention, probably 12, 13 hours to try and get this right. So yeah, big job. Right, so we've got to swap one bobcat for another bobcat, and then we're going to be heading over to give Jake a hand on the wildflower project. So the beauty of having our skid steer, we've got some pallet forks for it, so we're going to pick up all of the bulk bags and actually drop them to exactly where they're needed. That helps make everything really efficient and just takes away days of guys wheelbarrowing, basically. Wet ratchets are no fun. There we go. I did my trailer licence when I was in the fire service, and none of the guys had had the chance to do a trailer licence, and it's not compulsory anymore, which I think is absolutely insane. And I know pulling 3.5 tonnes behind you on a very wide trailer around our very windy little roads, it takes some practice. So yeah, I'm happy moving the machines around for the guys. The smaller diggers and dumpers, they load onto the back of the tippers, which works really well. So they can move those around for sort of day-to-day use. Also forces me to get out on site, which is no bad thing. Into Bobcat skid steer, which was a pretty exciting purchase for me, as well, last year. Anyone who's grown up into machines thinks skid steers are pretty cool. There we go. Right. Having the right kit and the right machines is really important. It's very easy when you do get excited by things with tracks to justify spends and purchases which maybe you don't actually really need, but owning them in-house is great. It's all part of making the company more efficient, so removing reliance and dependence on hire companies, on hired machines. This is the heaviest and the largest that we can go without having to chase, so without having to get a lorry to move them around. So obviously towing limits are 3.5 tonnes, so this with the trailer is bang on 3.5 tonnes. So yeah, this is the biggest we can get. Yeah, so we've got the pallet forks on, we'll get it onto the trailer now, all strapped down, and then yeah, head over to site. Made it over to Petworth. So as the rain, as you can see, glasses are becoming less and less useful. But yeah, as you can see, Jake's just wrapping up the last little bit of prep. So with the digger, I couldn't quite reach beyond the tree. So that's why we've got Jake. He's got 2-leg drive. It's not track, so he can scamper up inclines like that. But yeah, just a last little flick over before the meadowscape gets delivered this afternoon. So I've just dropped off the bobcat, the skid steer with the pallet fork, so it's all ready to take that delivery once it does turn up. Yeah, we're not going in any further because it's wet and steep and the trailer is just locking up and pushing me down the hill. So we'll unload here, take the weight off, we'll get it down, we'll try and get out of this steep, wet field without causing too much of a mess. Whoa. Just in time for the rain. Oh my God. I will be back here first thing in the morning to move everything in for Jake.
As will I, to receive.
Yeah, we'll be here, we'll bring Will, another member of the team as well, just to give Jake a hand. And hopefully we'll get this pretty much cracked tomorrow. I think if we can use the bobcat to put everything exactly where it needs to be, that takes a huge amount of the work for these guys out. So
Yeah, essentially the higher we can get it, even if it's just like more in the middle, because then we can just travel along the top and just tip it down and then tamp it down.
Yeah,
And it should all be good.
Yeah. It's going to be an amazing space once it's done.
Yeah.
Again, like with all landscaping projects at this time of year, you've got to use a little bit of imagination and sort of trust me, but it's going to look good.
Morning, Harry.
How you doing?
Yeah, very well, mate. You well?
Not too bad, thanks. Can't complain.
Good.
Sun's not out today, but shorts are on.
There we are.
Shorts are on.
Spring and all that.
Got to admit, Andy was first, so I lost that game. But yeah, we're in shorts.
That's the main thing. Cool. So yeah, end of week 4. How's this week been? How's it gone?
It's been a good week. What was it, Monday? We were cutting all the porcelain for this nice little design we got going on here. Porcelain pattern. Big metre squares, edged in a darker grey porcelain. I think it looks very nice. Executed perfectly by myself and Andy. Obviously, we're working in a small garden, so we're a bit tight for space. We've got about half of the paving down now. We've put some Corex down to ensure the paving will be nice and safe and clean. We've also got some paint samples up on the wall, which we're going to be, the clients are going to be picking one of those so we can get the render painted. My favourite is number 6 or number 9 because I painted that square and it's the nicest square. I'm very proud of that one. I think I'm in the wrong industry, you know, yeah.
So as you can see, we gave Will a go on the bobcat, and he's yeah, it's pretty wet. It's really, really wet. So there's a couple of bags those are the furthest we could get them. I mean, it's significantly closer and still saved a huge amount of time. Just the ground at the moment is so wet. Bobcat's been great, very useful, good bit of kit. It's just been a bit of a nightmare getting it across this field. But this is what it is, this is what it looks like. But that is full of the right blend, right ratios, right mix of wildflower, so native wildflower species.
Last day of the week, so a nice long bank holiday weekend, which is everybody's very much looking forward to. Turf's flying down. They made a good start yesterday, the guys, and this morning, well, yesterday we decided that because we had a better weather window this morning, it's supposed to be a bit worse later today, that we'd get in a bit early and just get started. So guys were all here at 7 to get going with it, and yeah, it's looking really good. It's just lovely to see a bit of green. It makes such a big difference. Unfortunately, we've had a bit more rain than we would have liked, so the soil's a little bit sodden now. But yeah, hopefully the sun breaks through, it'll dry out a little bit.
It's Friday, it's Bank Holiday Friday, it's Easter Friday, and pretty much everybody at Hardwood has been enjoying a well-deserved, start to a long weekend. I've kept busy. Managed to go over to Hound Hall, my local shooting school this morning, which was really lovely actually, just a really nice couple of hours to myself, get on really well with the team down there, so it's just a lovely place to visit. Took Kobe, he is a little working dog and that was his first exposure to being around all the bangs, and yeah, completely unfazed, which is fantastic. So get him used to it while they're young, and hopefully stops any future hang-ups. But yeah, he's been great. It's always good to keep him busy, keep him out and about, get them meeting people, get them meeting other dogs. He's still a little bit young, so isn't doing too much meeting other dogs. But yeah, he's been great. Nice to have a little companion for the day. I've just been to try and rescue our bobcat and trailer from the wildflower job, which was a complete disaster, and as you can see, despite it being a Land Rover, and arguably this is how it should look, it's an absolute state. So giving it a quick squirt, and mud out the wheel arches. Easter Sunday, and we're at the Rover Social, which is at the Royal Oak in Midhurst. As you can see, it's very lovely, very varied lineup of beautiful old and new Land Rovers.
My name's Simon O'Leary. I run the Rover Social, the Land Rover community-based events company, and we're here today enjoying the wonderful West Sussex countryside.
Yeah, stunning lineup. Lots of interesting things here today. This is when I start to become a little bit less cool when you see me hanging out at Land Rover clubs. This is my little 90. It's a bit of an imposter. It's not as old as it seems. Everybody's always pretty blown away with how clean it is for something that's on a classic plate, but it's a 2011, so it's a 90. It's got the Ford Transit engine in it, which basically means it's just lovely to drive. I got a little bit sick of relying on the older ones, so decided to go for a new one and just make it look old. So yeah, best of both worlds. Yeah, I'll always have one. Not as my primary car, because when you don't rely or depend on them, you tend to enjoy them a lot more in my experience. Oh, it's very pretty, isn't it? I like that. Might have to take my MG out later. It's sweet, isn't it? It's all hand painted as well. Bring Kobe out, doing a bit more socialising with him. It's obviously stealing the show.
A very good morning to everybody. Thank you for turning up today, and I say that in the sense of obviously Easter's very family orientated, and so sometimes a bit tough to slip it in. So what a great turnout this morning, and a lovely variation of vehicles as well. For those that don't know, each month we pick a Sunday best, and it gives me great pleasure because I know there is a wonderful backstory to, where are they? Put some hands up. To plant it on, this is the right vehicle, isn't it? On this one here, so well done, round of applause, Sunday best. Well done.
But if we have weather like this, it's going to be glorious.
Good to see you, mate.
You know what time it is?
Sure do.
So what's your quote of the day?
Quote of the day is...
Inspire.
Inspire. Time is never wasted if you're wasted all the time. Cheers to that, boy.